You are waiting for someone to return?
Yes.
Your lover?
Yeah, it was an incredible experience working with my dad. I think initially when you get cast because your father is something to do with a show or a project, there's definitely a sense of like needing to prove yourself. And I think I spent quite a lot of years being in denial that my dad was the writer, and I kind of tried to distance myself a little bit from it. And then I realized as the show kind of went on, I'm absolutely not embarrassed of it. I had to work really hard to, in the show to keep my character going, and I really had to, do a lot of that work myself. And my dad obviously opened an amazing door for me, but I deserved to be there as much as everyone else. So by the end, I was so proud, and I always talk about it really openly in interviews. And I think I would love to work with him again. It was a really positive experience, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing any of these things. So obviously, I'm so grateful. I think I've told this story once before, but I did actually once find a script on my dad's desk, which was my character's death, basically, and I was obviously very startled. I shouldn't obviously have been reading his paperwork on his desk, but anyway, I think my character plunged to her death or something. So I was really shocked, and I never said anything because I just thought, well, I've had a good run. It was maybe 2 seasons in. I think the initial thing was I was just going to see how I liked acting. It wasn't meant to turn into Torvi as we know her now. So it was actually history that stopped him killing me, I later found out. They were like, no, we love Torvi, and she's got an amazing relationship with Lagatha, and we need strong women. So if it had been up to my dad, probably would have been gone a long time ago. So thankfully that didn't happen.
You are not gone, because you will always be in our hearts. And we love you.
It's definitely scary. I mean, technology is advancing so quickly, and of course this was bound to happen at some stage. I think it's the idea of someone being able to use your likeness is scary because you don't know what people could do with that. I mean, it looks so real. There are people on TikTok using, I saw today, Margot Robbie has a deep fake on TikTok. And it just looks like her. It's so weird. I mean, they could do all kinds of horrible video content with that. So that is worrying. But I think in terms of if I got a video game and they use my likeness, to match kind of a CGI body, with really realistic features and everything. I mean, obviously that would be incredible if you gave your name to it and want it and your consent. But I think there's a dark side of all kinds of, digital, all that technology, to be honest, does scare me a bit. So there's always danger, but of course it's an incredible.
I loved him. You must know that.
I know. You did.
I am an ambassador for a charity called the Lady Garden Foundation, which is a women's health charity which raises awareness in the gynecological cancers. So I had a scare when I was very young, actually when I was doing Vikings. And luckily I found out really early that I had precancerous cells, which is very, very common for women, but people don't really talk about it. And I just remember thinking, why not talk about it? This could help loads of young girls. It's nothing to be ashamed of. And I went on to Sky News in the UK and spoke about it, which was kind of embarrassing, but I'm glad I did it. If it's something you're really passionate about, absolutely give it a go. I think the mistake a lot of young actors make is that they assume it's going to be the thing that they, the only thing that they're going to do. And some people are blessed and they actually work, full-time acting. But, at drama school, the first thing they say to you is get a job. That isn't acting, because that will most likely pay your bills. It's quite a cutthroat, brutal industry, and you sort of have to be prepared for the rejection. So if you're not ready for that, I wouldn't say it's the career for you. But if you can, have thick skin and just be brave and give it a go, I would say, everyone should give their passions a go. So, and when you're working, it's the best job in the world. So, yeah, that would be my advice.
It's because of the serpent Jormungandr, the enemy of the gods. With his huge tail, he circles the whole of Midgard as he lies there on the ocean bed.